Squad cuties, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm about to prep my nails, but before we prep, this is what we are basing my nails on today. It's this lovely Coach bag that my oldest daughter bought me. I only have two, an oldest and a youngest. So this is a present from my oldest daughter from the Coach outlet store not far from my house. And I just had to do a set to match the bag. Now it doesn't perfectly match, but it's representative, I guess you'd say. You'll have to let me know in the comment section at the end of the video if you think I made it. Okay, so I'm just going through all my preps, clean up the cuticle areas, then come in with the prep solution, the prime solution, and then the tack base coat from Elegance. We're going to do that on all of the nails, making sure that all the parts that don't have an overlay on them get a nice treatment. And then we're going to cure that tack in the lamp for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to form up these nails, and well, first I'm going to put down a little base layer of this beautiful Ideal Pink Builder. I grabbed too much. Now I'm only going to show you this one finger because honestly it's exactly the same on every single one. So we're just putting down a nice thin layer. And now it's time to form up. So I've already made all the forms, and you know I like to make them all in advance, especially when you're working with one hand, right? It's hard to form them when you've already got forms on your hands, right? Okay, now we're going to form up this thumbnail and do the thumb itself before we even form up the rest of the fingers. I just like to knock that thumb out. I like to do it separate by itself. I just find it to be a lot easier to do it that way. Now, before I actually bring in that blue polygel, we're going to just lay down a clear layer at sort of as a tip, I guess. I just like the look of the clear builder gel on the underneath. When you see under your nails and they're all shiny from that clear builder, I just like that look. It's more satiny and beautiful. And sometimes, especially if the builder or if the polygel doesn't cure correctly because it's on that form, I don't love that. I don't love the way it leaves a bumpy, even if you try to smooth it, it's not nice. So I just like the clear builder under there. So, and then also when you remove the form, you can still cure it again because that's clear under there, just to make sure you're cured all the way through. So don't hesitate to use a clear builder gel as your tip if that's what you'd like to do, because I think it works really nice. So now I'm just patting this blue into place. This is a Saviland polygel. That's what we're going to work with today. And it'll be linked or listed in the description. It is either baby blue or light blue. I forget which one is which. We're just patting that down, patting it into place, making it super nice. I'm a firm believer that every second you spend shaping and smoothing, especially with polygel, is an extra 2 or 3 seconds you don't have to spend filing. So spend that time. You've got the time, you're not in a hurry. Go ahead and spend the time to make it the way you want it. That also helps you to develop your skill, right? It does. So now what I'm going to do using an orange stick is just come in with this pretty light Elegance glitter gel in Mermaid, which you saw in a recent video. I will link it for you now. And I'm just swirling it along. It's sort of a marble, but it's more of a swirl, I think. But it's a swirly marble, maybe? There you go. Now, the pinky nail is just going to be a simple light blue nail. It's going to match the color of the thumb, but it's not going to have anything on it, just the blue. I just thought it would be nice to have one plain nail as sort of an accent, because when you have a busy set, a plain nail actually ends up being the accent nail. So the rest of the nails are pretty busy. So this will be our accent. And I'm just, again, patting and pressing, and this is not per se a thin layer. I'm just building the whole nail here, with the exception of that clear tip, because I did do that on all of these nails the same way I did on the thumb. Now the 3 nails, pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, are all going to get a very thin layer of the darker blue color, and then we're going to do a little bit of a treatment on top of that in just a moment. And now that we've done that on all 3 of those nails, we're going to come in with that same Mermaid color from the Light Elegance glitter gel line and just do a really simple glitter fade on all 3 of these nails. 2 are going to come down, and the one in the middle finger, is going to come from the bottom up. Completing the glitter fade, we are going to encapsulate all of the glitter nails with a clear builder. And first we're going to lay down a slip layer, just like this, a very thin layer that is just the thing that the rest of the gel will be attracted to. And then we are going to walk that gel down the nail, being super careful to make sure we're always staying in contact with the gel. You don't want to pull your brush away and then go back in, because that's when you start to see bubbles. So you want to try your best to stay in contact with the gel the whole time you're walking it down. because that's just definitely gonna give you a more smooth application. As we can see, I still am working on my application. Now, after you finish file, which I've done off camera, if you've got any little bits that got filed away from the glitter, just come in and reapply it very gently and lightly so that it doesn't leave a lot of lumps and bumps. And then you can come in with a nice base coat, which is what I'm doing here, to smooth everything out and give you a really nice smooth surface to continue working on. After applying base coat to all the nails, I went on ahead and cured everything for a full 60 seconds, and now I am removing that sticky layer. The next step that we are going to use is transfer foil. So I'm just deciding what exactly I want to use from this, and then we are going to go ahead and cut everything out and get it ready so that we don't mess up our nails after we put the transfer foil glue on. So I'm just cutting out these viney ones that are more like flower buds instead of fully open flowers. Excuse me, a little frog in my throat there. Maybe he jumped from the garden right into my throat, right? So we're just gonna cut these out. There we go, some really pretty ones. And then we're going to come in with our transfer foil, and we are going to put these flowers on those 3 middle nails with the glitter fades. Okay, I realized that 2 of the vines I cut out were exactly the same, so I decided to split it in 2 so that I could give this nail a little bit of a different look than the one it perfectly matched. I didn't want any of the flowers to perfectly match each other, so that's why I went on ahead and just clipped that apart. And let's pull that last bit off. And oh my goodness, it's time for some top coat. I love how these came out. I love how they look with the bag, which you will see in the reveal shots. So make sure that you stay for those, because I'm pretty excited about how this all came out. Now the bag doesn't have glitter, but I wanted glitter in my nails. And the sides of the bag are white, and that's why I put the white flowers. So it's not an exact match to the colors of the bag, but I think the flavor is there. I think the representation is there. I think you can see where my inspiration came from. And I have to say, I love wearing this set. They are super, super fun. And I'm gonna be sad when it's time to take them off. Look at how pretty that glitter is from Light Elegance. I am not upset that I bought it, and I'm not upset I found that shop with all the jars of Light Elegance that I'm going to be eventually buying. Super excited. Guys, this is the finished set. I really hope you like them as much as I do. I think they came out gorgeous. Like I said, there is going to be some reveal shots with the bag, so make sure you stay tuned for that, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.